For millennia, the Galactic Confederation had waged war through proxies. Sophisticated combat drones, mechs, and autonomous platforms fought their battles while organic beings remained safely distant from conflict zones. The very concept of physical combat had become archaic, relegated to historical texts about primitive times. Admiral Vex observed the holographic display showing the latest incursion into Confederation space. His species, the Elnorians, had evolved in a gentle world of perpetual twilight and mild weather. Their bodies were slender, almost gossamer, incapable of withstanding even minor physical trauma. Like all Confederation species, they relied entirely on technology for protection. Another unidentified vessel approaching the Orion Arm checkpoint, reported his second-in-command, Trill. Sensors indicate primitive propulsion and minimal weapon systems. Deploy containment protocols, Vex ordered. Standard drone formation. The BO, Confederation's latest model combat drones, sleek, deadly machines with advanced AI and energy shields, moved into position around the unknown ship. The standard procedure was simple: overwhelm with superior numbers, demonstrate force, and secure surrender. But something unexpected happened. The unidentified ship broadcasted a simple message across all frequencies. Greetings from Earth. We come seeking trade and alliance. Earth, a planet the Confederation had dismissed centuries ago as uninhabitable, a death world with crushing gravity, extreme temperature variations, deadly radiation from its nearby star, and an atmosphere thick with oxygen that would be toxic to most Confederation species. They can't possibly be organics, Trill muttered. Must be drone operators from a nearby system using primitive equipment as a disguise. The Earth vessels, airlocks cycled open. The Confederation drone sensors captured images of bipedal beings stepping out into vacuum with only thin protective suits. No exoskeletons, no robotic enhancements visible. Impossible, whispered Vex. Organics can't. The beings moved with startling speed and agility despite the lack of navigational thrusters. When the drones approached to detain them, the bipeds simply grabbed them with their appendages. Directly. They wrestled the machines, tore through metal plating, and disabled core systems with primitive tools. Vex watched in horror as his most advanced combat drones were dismantled by creatures using their natural limbs. Send all units, he commanded, voice trembling. The reinforcements arrived only to meet the same fate. These humans moved with shocking strength, enduring conditions that would kill any Confederation species instantly. They communicated with brief vocal signals and coordinated with uncanny precision. Within hours, news spread throughout the Confederation. A diplomatic transmission arrived from the humans, explaining that they came from a high-gravity world with extreme conditions. What the Confederation considered unsurvivable, they called home. What seemed like supernatural abilities to the Confederation species were simply adaptations to their harsh environment. The Galactic Security Council convened an emergency session. These humans are from a Category 5 death world, explained the scientific advisor Kroll. They evolved under constant threat from predators, pathogens, and natural disasters. Their skeletal structure contains calcium, actual metal, embedded in their bodies. Their muscles can generate forces that would tear our tissues apart. They breathe oxygen as a primary gas. Silence fell across the chamber. And they want to join the Confederation, added the diplomatic liaison Mira. They've been watching our transmissions for decades, learning our languages, studying our cultures. They believe we represent an advanced civilization. Admiral Vex stepped forward. But we've never had to fight our own battles. Our species evolved on gentle worlds. We created machines to do our fighting because our bodies can't withstand conflict. The Grand Counselor, an ancient being from the galaxy's oldest species, raised a trembling limb. Invite their representatives. We must understand these Deathworlders. 3. Human diplomats arrived at the Confederation capital station. The gravity was adjusted to Earth standard to accommodate them, though this meant most Confederation representatives needed mobility assistance devices. The humans moved with ease while Confederation officials struggled in the crushing conditions. Tom, the lead human diplomat, addressed the council. "We understand our physical differences may seem alarming," he said, his voice carefully modulated to avoid harming the sensitive auditory systems of the Confederation species. "But we see this as an opportunity. You have technologies we can only dream of. We have physical capabilities your species never needed to develop." "What exactly do you propose?" asked the Grand Counselor. "Partnership," Tom replied simply. "Your robot warriors are impressive, but they lack adaptability. Human soldiers can improvise, can make decisions no AI has yet mastered. We offer our strength and resilience in exchange for technology and knowledge." The implications were clear. With humans as frontline combatants and Confederation technology supporting them, they would be unstoppable. The ancient balance of power would shift dramatically. "And if we refuse?" Admiral Vex asked softly. Tom smiled, a gesture the Confederation representatives found both fascinating and terrifying. This voluntary contortion of facial tissues to convey emotion. "Then we respectfully withdraw and continue our own path through the stars. But consider this. We are not the only Deathworld species in the galaxy. Others will eventually discover spaceflight. Not all may be as peaceful as humans." The council chambers erupted in urgent discussions. Vex watched the humans standing calmly amidst the chaos, their sturdy bodies seemingly untroubled by concerns that would send a Confederation species into physiological distress. 1 year later, the first joint human Confederation security fleet launched. Confederation officials had initially feared these Deathworlders would become a dominant force, perhaps even conquerors. Instead, they found humans strangely protective of fragile species, their warrior culture tempered with deep ethical codes about defending the vulnerable. The humans with their bare hands had ended the age of robot warriors, not through conquest, but through partnership. The galaxy would never be the same.